So first, talking about integrating the assets without a lot of heavy engineering. Fabric is tied into that Microsoft universe. So we have all the tools in Azure that we can tie back to for, say, AI, learnings and so forth. Heavily ties into Office 365. I'm going to, by mentioning as well, a lot of Power BI is integrated, is built within Fabric, and Power BI has a lot of great integrations already to these tools with PowerPoint and Outlook and Teams. With Dynamics 365, there's a native connections into those tools as well, and into the Power Platform. If people have Power Apps and the Dataverse, we can bring those into Fabric easily. And then also third-party apps. There are building out the ecosystem, which is what they've been building out for years within the Azure Data Factory to help make connections into Fabric easier for engineers and analysts to perform. So when we start talking about on-prem networks and other clouds, Microsoft does bring together some tools to make, in one way, symbolic links. We can make symbolic links out to data that lives, say, in AWS, whether it's an S3 bucket or an RDS database, or out to Google Cloud, GCP, and other places. In addition, they've introduced mirroring technology, so we can connect to databases and set up a mirroring infrastructure so we can bring over the changed data sets for each of those and keep in sort of near real time, keep the data updated in Fabric without having to do a large copy activity. The symbolic links allow us to connect the data without having to do any copying of data. So it brings the data together and available inside one place for all the tools that we need to use. Getting a little bit more in the infrastructure part, talking about OneLake. If you're familiar with OneDrive and how OneDrive works within Office 365 and how you can keep all your data in one place and share and work with in Teams and SharePoint, OneLake is very similar to that. OneLake is going to be our one place where all our data is stored within Fabric for our data platform. It's going to be a nice unified spot where administrators can come in and govern access. It's one place for engineers and data analysts to come in and work and see all their data in one spot to discover and what they want to do. And data can be shared with people throughout the organization without copying data. And this becomes a place where we can have a trusted environment. We see what we have. Everybody's using the same information to start driving the business forward, using the same data, same KPIs. So we don't lose that definition between finance and operations and so forth.